it's Winnie. You're watching Dante Boxer Nation.
Hey, how you doing?
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So to no one's surprise, Teofimo Lopez, he turns down the Subrial Matias fight. And the offer that he got was way above his contract minimum at Top Rank. So all that complaining that we've heard Lopez doing, saying that he's never made over $1 million, well, he had an opportunity to do it this time, and it was going to most likely be well over $1 million, and he still turned down the fight. So far, just off of the fights that he's turned down publicly, at least when it comes to Top Rank. Before this fight, he turned down the Brian Norman fight. Before that, he turned down the Arnold Barboza fight. He turned down the Keyshawn Davis fight when Keyshawn was calling him out. He also turned down the Devin Haney fight when he was offered that fight by Turki Al-Sheikh. It was supposed to be a part of Devin Haney's 2-fight deal with Turki Al-Sheikh. Teofimo Lopez, he was offered big money. It was going to be the biggest payday of his entire career, and he turned that fight down without even complaining about the money. So Lopez, he put out some posts reacting to this news. He said, and I quote, "I haven't rejected the fight. They rejected my counteroffer," which is really just further confirmation that he actually did turn down the fight, because that's exactly what almost every fighter says when they turn down a fight. They wanted more money, or they wanted double the money, or they wanted triple the money. Like Teo demanded for a Devin Haney fight when he was asking for $10 million and then $20 million. So while he turns down this fight, at the same time, he continues to diss Top Rank over and over and over again. And it makes you wonder why Bob hasn't clapped back, why he hasn't said anything. Because if you guys recall, Bob Arum, he went Ice Cube, no Vaseline on Terrence Crawford. And even after he said that stuff about Terrence Crawford, Terrence never had anything bad to say about Bob Arum. But Teofimo, every week, he's dissing Bob Arum in Top Rank. I mean, Bob did call him a schmuck a while ago, but that's nothing compared to what he said about Terrence Crawford, especially when you consider the fact that Teofimo, he got a new diss track out every week. But at the end of the day, I've been saying this since day one. Teofimo Lopez, he has no one to blame but himself. He is completely destroying his career, and the reason why he's destroying his career, because he thought he was going to be able to follow the Canelo Alvarez blueprint. He thought he was going to be able to cherry pick and continue to fight the easiest opponents and get massive big paydays for it. Teo felt because Canelo was able to go up to 168 where the champions were easier to beat, become undisputed, Teo felt that he could kind of do something similar. Teo, he felt after he beat Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, he could cherry pick for the rest of his career and avoid all those black fighters that have been calling him out. But Lopez doesn't understand what made Canelo Alvarez a star is the fact that he lost to Floyd Mayweather. Oh, and on top of that, before he lost to Floyd Mayweather, the only time he had ever been on pay-per-view was when he was on Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view undercards, which is a luxury that Teofimo Lopez never had. And not only is Teo not a big draw, he's not a draw at all. Out of the Devin Haneys, the Shakurs, the Javantes, Teo is the only one still fighting in small high school basketball courts or ballrooms. Which is why it's so surprising that Bob Arum hasn't came out and completely blasted Teofimo Lopez like once again he did to Terrence Crawford. But at the same time, I'm being facetious because we know what time it is. Teo is one of the rare fighters in the sport of boxing right now that has almost all the options in the world. I mean, he's got Richardson Hitchens calling him out. Keyshawn Davis is calling him out. He just got offered the Brian Norman fight, the Subrial Matias fight. Jose El Royo called him out. If Teo really wanted to, he could be fighting big names back to back to back. But instead, he chooses to fight a Steve Claggett because he wants to get that big payday, but he doesn't want to fight for that big payday. We all know that Teofimo Lopez, he's been looking like hot trash ever since he moved up to 140, with the exception of the Josh Taylor fight. But the walls are closing in on Teo, and Bob Arum and Top Rank, they're running out of Steve Claggett's to give to Teofimo Lopez. Even if Teo was able to break out of that Top Rank contract, I mean, if he were to go to DAZN, they're going to force him to fight someone. They're not just going to hand out big paydays for free. So it's going to be interesting to see where Teofimo goes from here. But once again, that's another fighter he turned down. Let's see how it plays out. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.